When we're overwhelmed, we often can get flooded with emotions to the point where it's hard to know where we end and the emotion begins. It can feel like such a part of us that we feel like we are the emotion. This exercise will help us hopefully get enough distance to step back and be curious about what we're feeling and what might be going on with us in the moment. So you may want to close your eyes as we go through these steps. The first step is observing the emotion, just noting its presence, maybe naming it out loud, trying to step back, get a little bit of distance, hopefully getting unstuck from the emotion. And the second step is to experience the emotion fully. As a wave coming and going, try not to block the emotion. Try not to push the emotion away, but don't try to necessarily keep the emotion around either. Don't try to increase it. Don't try to decrease it. Just be a witness to the emotion. So the second step is experience the emotion fully. And the third step is remember you are not your emotion. Don't act on the emotion, the sense of urgency that it might bring to you. Remember when you have felt different. There have been moments when you felt different than this particular moment. Describe the emotion by saying, I have the feeling of anger, sadness, whatever that emotion is, instead of I am the emotion. Notice other feelings that you have at the same time that you might be experiencing this very strong emotion. And the last step, step 4, is to practice respecting and even loving your emotion. Don't judge your emotion. Practice willingness with your emotion, radically accepting your emotion, making room for it. For those of us who have been around kids, we know that sometimes the more you ignore a child, the louder the child gets, right? They're trying to get our attention. Our emotions can work much the same way. The more we ignore them, the louder they can get. So sometimes it may seem counterintuitive, and really the response that we need in the moment is to offer ourselves some radical acceptance and radical grace.